why don't we talk briefly about the Toronto Blue Jays, who have finally gotten somebody to take their money.
They did a thing.
They have been trying for 2 off seasons now to get. We'd love to pay you some money. Will you take? Nah, not from you.
I didn't get to follow anyone's jet this time.
No, I know. It was kind of lame. Like, there was no intrigue behind it. But this comes on the heels of very publicly missing out on Roki Sasaki on Friday, who they finished silver medal position again on the podium. That, if you like, close.
We're number 2.
Yeah.
We're number 2.
Sure.
Go. P. Sorry.
It would actually be great if we could get up to number 2. Right now in the division standings, Blue Jays are 5th place. That may have something to do with why people aren't taking their money. Besides, they famously on Friday, to make room in their international signing pool, acquired $2 million in international pool space from Cleveland, and in doing so, also took on a time bomb of a contract, an awful contract. Like, instead of giving away a draft pick, instead of giving away a prospect, how about you just give us your worst contract along with the signing pool space? Cleveland went, yeah, okay, we can do that. And then the guy went and signed with the Dodgers instead. So you got this anchor of a contract for nothing, and everyone's pointing and laughing, as they should, at your incompetence. It wasn't good. Was not a fun day. Like you said, not even the fun of tracking an airplane that turns out to have a guy from Dragons Den, whatever. So clearly now the pressure was on. Oh, we look stupid. We should do something. And as I said to Rob on the Monday show, we're a little desperate now too, right? Like, A, we want the story to go away, but B, we also didn't get the player. We know we have to be better. Our fans are getting pissed. We're gonna have to do something, and we may have to do something stupid. I'm trying to remember. It's Bill and Marty, right? We're going to give away something stupid. I want my elephant. So they go out.
What do we do? The kid chose the elephant.
Don't compliment the machine, the robot. So they go out and they sign Anthony Santander. And Anthony Santander is not a stupid signing. He's a very good player. Hit 44 home runs last year. Switch hitter. Guy who can bat behind Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but they did give him 5 years, which they clearly did not want to do. So that might be the stupid part, right? Mm-hmm. That might have been the desperate part. Do you think a major league sports organization is, I don't even know what the word would be, small enough, petty enough, thin-skinned enough to turn around and cave on a deal on a guy that you were interested in anyway because everyone's laughing at you for Friday? Or is it more likely they were always willing to go here, they were just trying not to?
Well, as an Ottawa Senators fan, I know nothing about teams making stupid moves because they made stupid decisions prior to that. But
following up stupid decisions.
Yeah. That's always when the best decisions are made.
Sure.
Is when the pressure's on because you fucked up the last few deals. Listen, like if the contract aspect is the quote unquote stupid part, mm-hmm. I also like 5-year contracts to me anyway. It's not that bad.
Right.
If let's say you get 44 home runs is nothing to scoff at.
No, third most in the majors last year.
Yeah, like let's say you get 2 years out of this guy where he's performing at or close to that level, mm-hmm. and then he teeters off after that. Is it impossible?
3
okay, 3. Like
I know what you're saying.
In a worst case scenario,
yeah.
Is it impossible to move a 2 to 3 year contract?
And you've put the fire out now too, right? Like you're trying to get Vlad, who is unsigned after this year.
Yeah.
You're trying to, hey, we're trying. Just give us a minute. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
That's super important, right? To show him we're in this. We will get people to come here and play with you. You know, and like you said, whether it be 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is before this looks bad. He has an opt-out after 4 years, which is interesting. The player does. And the Blue Jays can void that opt-out by giving him a 6th. So
okay.
If things are going awesome for him after 4 years and he goes, you know what, I'm going to try and go get one more contract out of this, you can let him do it if you want, or you can say, actually, we like how this is going too, and we'll give you an extra year tagged on the end of it. So that's an interesting wrinkle in the deal. But this team has been so offensively starved, like actually with their offense, and like as a viewer, I am offended watching it.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you, like, where does this rank in terms of actually fixing the problems?
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Like last year, Bo Bichette had a disastrous season, right? If he rebounds to being even close to what he normally is, this looks really nice. You got Bichette at 2, Vlad at 3, and now Anthony Santander at 4. And I'm not certain they're done. Like, they've now crossed the second competitive balance threshold. And once you're sort of through the glass, like, you're going to pay the fine anyway. You're going to give up the draft pick anyway. You might as well keep going now, right? And so it almost, well, we're here now. Might as well go ahead. So I'm not sure they're done. The pitching last year in the rotation wasn't great, but I think most people are expecting it to bounce back. But they have some really good talent there. The bullpen, they have gone out and fixed. And now you have put in not just a 44 home run hitter into your lineup, you've actually made Vlad better because people have to pitch him tougher, right? You can't just walk him because now he's on base for Santander.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so you've created lineup protection for Vladdy. Over the last season, he played 159 games. He had over 270 either walks or hits, to get himself to first base. And he came across home plate only 98 times out of those 270-odd times on base. And 30 of those were because he hit home runs. So he was not getting cashed in. There was nothing behind him once he got on base. Their cleanup hitter, their number 4 spot in the lineup, regardless of who they put there, the number 4 spot in the Blue Jays lineup only hit 12 home runs last year. That's a power spot. That's a cleanup spot that you have to count on to creating runs, or for creating runs, and they didn't do it. Anthony Santander can accomplish that. He's not great on base. He's not a great fielder. You have to know what this guy is. He's a home run hitter. And if he can, 44 was his career high, but if that guy gets you 30, 35, 38 home runs, you're very happy. This is an $18 million contract, and he's going to make not only his impact by hitting home runs with Vlad on base, but he's also going to force teams to pitch to Vlad. So it's not perfect. That 5th year's, there's every possibility it's going to be ugly, but that's what happens in free agency, and they were a little bit desperate to get this done. And
those are kind of the moves, like that. Those are the things you have to sacrifice to make those kind of moves.
Do you want the player or not?
Exactly.
Be the guys who step up and give them the 5th year.
Exactly. And I really don't like this thing we do in sports where, when a player signs a contract or a team trades for a player, we automatically go to whatever the last year of the contract is.
You're right.
A 5-year contract. Well, what's going to happen in that 5th year? I don't care. What's going to happen next year is my question.
This is it. Like, if after 2025, Bo and Vlad walk, you're in full rebuild anyway. It does not matter. That
burn it to the ground.
You have a couple ugly years of Santander, or you find someone to trade him to. None of this is even going to matter. So make the impact now. Try and convince those guys you're serious. Have a good year while you still have them either way, and worry about the future in the future. Yeah,
like the Jays need to do whatever humanly possible to get the most out of Vlad.
Yes.
To keep him here.
Yes.
To keep him happy, and to find a way to turn Bo Bichette around a little bit and make sure that whatever happened last year is not the norm.
That's right.
And if this, to your point, if Anthony Santander's value is not just in the production he brings, but in how he helps that happen,
Vlad,
then it's paying for itself.
Yep.
Like, I think I don't hate the move at all.